grab yourself a whole heap of heat transfer vinyl scraps. Now try to keep them like all the same type. So all hot peel or all cold peel. That would make it much easier when it comes to pressing. So you want to cut them into 1/4 inch strips or 1/2 inch strips. You don't want them to be much larger than that, otherwise it's going to take away the effect of your design, unless of course your design's really large. But let's just stick to 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch strips. Now you want to grab some carrier sheet. You need the sticky stuff, and you need to cut this just larger than the design you wish to make. Ready for the fun bit? Right, so you're going to grab all those strips and placing them like in alternating colors diagonally on that carrier sheet that we put down on our mat. Now you need them to meet but not overlap, because if they overlap when we go to press them, they're going to stick to the carrier sheet that's next to them instead of onto the item. So you need to be very careful that they meet but don't overlap. Now when you've got them all down, you need to trim off the excess so you make sure there's nothing on those edges of the mat, so it's going to go through your machine nicely. And you need to brayer them all down firmly. If any is sort of coming loose, then you're going to have to fix it before it goes in, because otherwise it's not going to cut properly. Now you can just use an SVG file if you've got it, but if you want to make your own, for this one we used Tampani font, and I released each of the letters individually by using weld, and then I moved them all and resized them and made Groovy Baby. Now remember, you need to mirror, don't forget. So load your mat into the machine and hit send. You just want to use the normal settings that you would use for heat transfer vinyl, and maybe slow down the speed just slightly, but send it through and your design will cut on all those little strips. I know, amazing, right? Now, if you don't like weeding, then this is not the project for you, because there is a lot of weeding to do. Every little strip has little bits out of it. It takes ages to weed it. So be aware that you are going to need to take a fair bit of time weeding. I think it took me about half an hour to weed this. I mean, I've sped it up obviously, but yeah, so allow plenty of time for weeding. And then you just simply press. Now just use whatever heat settings and time settings are suitable for your machine and for the heat transfer vinyl that you're using. I'm using a clamshell press, and I've got mine set to 150, and I press for 15 seconds. Now you can use an easy press or an iron as well. Just remember, with iron you want to turn off the steam and you need to press, not iron. Heat transfer vinyl is reactive with both heat and pressure, so that pressure is fairly important. So once you've pressed, you need to remove all the carrier sheets, yes, even all those little strips. Slightly annoying, but once they're all off, pop back on your baking paper and repress, and you're done. So if you liked our video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to be notified whenever we release more videos, just hit the subscribe button and they'll let you know when we've got new ones up. Until next time, have fun silhouetting.